What's up guys, how's it going? Taylor Gatton here. Today I'm going to be talking about 5 things that my mentor taught me that made me into a millionaire. Let's get into it. Alrighty guys, so the first thing that my mentor taught me was the money scarcity doesn't exist. I'm going to go ahead and write that down for you guys. 1, money scarcity does not exist. This is the most important thing that I have learned to this day. This is one of the main reasons that I have made all the money that I have. This is the main reason that I have gotten everything that I've gotten to this day. I cannot stress this enough. The money scarcity does not exist. The fact that money scarcity doesn't exist means that there is always a plethora of money on the market. There is never, ever going to be a shortage of money. And the way to utilize this information is that if you're trying to run a business, start a drop shipping store, whatever you're trying to do, and you keep thinking to yourself, oh man, I just need $1. I don't know if there's going to be enough people to give me $1, anybody, that is just the wrong way to be thinking about it. Be always expecting money to be coming in. Always know that there will be money to be given to you. And that is how you will make $1 million. Just expect that there will always be money. Don't limit yourself. Don't put yourself in a box. There will always be money to be given to you. I can't stress that enough. As soon as you start thinking there's not enough money, you will not make any money, and I promise that. Alrighty guys, moving on, the second thing, and also almost equally as important as the first, is going to be utilizing all of your resources. I have seen a lot of dropshippers, a lot of business owners for that matter, actually go out and try, let's just say, Facebook ads, and they're saying, Taylor, why aren't I making any money? Why is it that my Facebook ad campaign isn't pulling anybody in? Why aren't people buying my products? And the fact of the matter is that that's not how business works. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down real quick for you guys just so you can see it. Utilize all of your resources. So if you just opened up a dropshipping store and you're just running, one campaign and you're not doing anything else and you're sitting there and you're like, oh man, I'm spending, $5 a day, $10 a day on ads, even up to $200 a day on ads, and I'm pulling in $10 a day, and you're just sitting there wondering, why am I so in the red? And it's because you're not utilizing all your resources. At this point in time, guys, we have more knowledge that is completely free than at any other point in time. We have the internet, guys, and that is one of the biggest things to use to your advantage. And it is completely free. Guys, today is the day that we have the most access to free knowledge than any other time in human history. Why are you guys not utilizing all of the resources you have put in front of you? You guys, we have friends, family, the internet, like YouTube. There's a million free videos on YouTube that you should be using, including this one. Starting out, you can use the easiest resources to go ahead and spring your campaigns, your stores up at the beginning so that you're not spending all your revenue on, some of the more expensive resources like influencers or like that. So we can go ahead and put that down here. This includes things like Facebook ads. You can do Snapchat ads. You can do influencers as well. That's definitely not frowned upon. That can spring you forward a lot, and I do recommend looking into that. I wouldn't spend $1,000 for an influencer, but if you find one that's good that goes for like $100 on a post, then by all means go for it. When I was first starting out, I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing. I wasn't utilizing my resources. I was doing what a lot of you guys are doing right now. What a lot of people have told me that they're doing is I was just using one medium of ads. I was just using one thing that I could have been using before, and that was one of the reasons that it was really hard for me to get past that step until I had somebody tell me this. Okay guys, the third thing that my mentor taught me is going to be, don't be afraid to go outside of the lines. Don't do what everybody else is doing. Don't do the same thing, because there's already sellers who have already tapped that market completely dry, and there's a reason that they have made the money, and I promise you, you will not if you don't do anything different. I'm going to go ahead and write that down here. You guys, come on. Money is made by being different from everybody else. That is a reason why everybody isn't rich. the people who are rich are people who are trying different things. If you guys are trying to follow what Jeff Bezos did, and you're trying to set up, an Amazon store, a super general drop shipping store, which by the way is something that I don't recommend doing, then people are going to be going into your store realizing it's not as good, and they're going to go to Amazon instead. And that's just how it works, guys. You have to be doing different things than what everybody else is doing. If you were just starting out Amazon like Jeff Bezos did, then obviously you would be in Jeff Bezos' shoes right now. But you're not. All right, guys, to sum number 3 up, don't be afraid to try something new. Don't be afraid to go out of the lines, because everybody else is doing the same thing, and that's why nobody else is becoming millionaires. All right, guys, the next thing, and number 4 on my list, is know what you're selling. This one is a little bit more specific to drop shipping. If you're selling any products at all, it can also apply to that. But the thing is, and a lot of people have sent me messages, how do you find a good supplier? How do you know if it's good? And the answer to that is you can run the analytics. You can see exactly what the stars are on the seller, what the comments are. But in reality, the only way you're going to really get to know is if you order it yourself. Now, this is something, in all of my successful stores, this is one of the best things that I've ever done. And one of the best things that I've ever found out is I've actually placed an order myself before putting it on the market, found out what the packaging looks like, how it feels, how it functions, how long it takes to get there, so I know exactly what I'm going to be promising the consumer. This way, when you first launch an ad, you're not going to have 10, 20, or 50 people, if it's a really successful ad campaign, returning your product to you because it takes too long, or because it's made out of really cheap material, or because it's not what you promised them in the ad. This might seem not that important, however, this is one of the more crucial things that you guys can implement into your stores. This way, you can know your product, you can make better descriptions, you can become a more reputable seller by answering the questions of your consumers better, and in my opinion, that is one of the most important things when actually having a Shopify store, or any store for that matter. Number 5, and the last thing on my list of what my mentor taught me to make me into a millionaire, is going to be have a game plan. This is one of the most important things, and I can't stress this enough, guys. When I have a mentee on a coaching call with me that they're paying $200, $300 for, and I sit down and I ask them, what is your game plan? Where are you going with this? And they go, oh, I don't know. I just have a bunch of ads and I'm just making a store. And I'm like, well, how are you going to succeed if you don't even know where you're going? I'm like, I will cancel the call and I'll tell them, go back, make a game plan, come back when you know where you're going with this, because I can't even help you if you don't even know what you want to do. Having a game plan, guys, is one of the most important things that I can stress to you. If you don't have a destination, how are you supposed to get there if you don't even know where you're going? So those are my 5 points, guys. I would highly recommend that you take them into account. This can go for drop shipping or any other business for that matter. Go over this video, look it over. They do seem kind of simple, but if you're not implementing them to the very basic meaning of what they are, then I promise you, you will go nowhere with your business, whether that be drop shipping or what other venture you guys are entering into. All right, guys, that was 5 things that my mentor taught me to help me become a millionaire. My name is Taylor Gatton. I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, if you found any use for it, if you guys did find any valuable information, I want you to smash that subscribe button, like, and comment on the video, and we can come back at you with a new video coming out next week. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.